A property, in some object-oriented programming languages, is a special sort of class member, intermediate between a field and a method. Properties are read and written like fields, but property reads and writes are translated to get and set method calls. The field-like syntax is said to be easier to read and write than lots of method calls, yet the interposition of method calls allows for data validation, active updating, or read-only fields. That is, properties are intermediate between member code and member data of the class, and properties provide a higher level of encapsulation than public fields. Support in languages. Programming languages that support properties include ActionScript 3, C, D, Delphi 3, Pascal, F, JavaScript, Objective-C 2.0, Python, Scala, Swift, Lua, and Visual Basic. Some object-oriented languages, such as Java, don't support properties, and require the programmer to define a pair of accessor and mutator methods instead. Oberon 2 provides an alternative mechanism using object variable visibility flags. Other languages designed for the Java virtual machine, such as Groovy, do natively support properties. While C++ doesn't have first-class properties, they can be emulated due to operator overloading. Also note that some C++ compilers support first-class properties. In most languages, properties are implemented as a pair of accessor mutator methods, but accessed using the same syntax as for public fields. Omitting a method from the pair yields a read-only or an uncommon write-only property. In some languages with no built-in support for properties, a similar construct can be implemented as a single method that either returns or changes the underlying data, depending on the context of its invocation. Such techniques are used, for example, in Perl. Some languages achieve property-like syntax using normal methods, sometimes with a limited amount of syntactic sugar. Example syntax: =C=. Recent C versions also allow auto-implemented properties, where the backing field for the property is generated by the compiler during compilation. This means that the property must have a setter, however it can be private. =C++=. C++ does not have first-class properties, but there exist several ways to emulate properties to a limited degree. Two of which follow. C++, Microsoft and C++ Builder-specific, an example taken from the MSDN documentation page. =D=. In D version 2, each property accessor or mutator must be marked with that property. Delphi 3 Pascal =F JavaScript ActionScript 3.0 Objective-C 2.0 The above example could be used in an arbitrary method like this. PHP Python Properties only work correctly for new style classes, and are only available in Python 2.2 and newer. Python 2.6 added a new syntax involving decorators for defining properties. Ruby Ruby also provides automatic getter-setter synthesizers defined as instance methods of class. Visual Basic Visual Basic 6. See also, bound property, field, indexer, method, mutator method, uniform access principle.